Thanks, guys. My heart rate's about 180 right now, so this is about as nervous as I get, I reckon. First of all, on behalf of my wife, Ali, who's my better half and my business partner, she couldn't make it today, so I'm representing on behalf of Caulfield Newcastle. I've decided to call by a presentation today following the DAM instructions. I think out of all the MPE principles, this is the one that's kind of resonated with me the most. No matter how painful the challenge may have been or how much it really put me out of my comfort zone to get me where I am here today, I always just seem to look back on this and just go, look, just for God's sake, just follow what they're trying to tell me. Just do what they're saying. It'll be okay. So, a lot of my talk over the next 10 or 15 minutes will be about, following the instructions and implementing those things to get to take it to that next level. I guess I want to give you a bit of a background on kind of my life before I became a trainer, what got me into health and fitness. I've always lived an active lifestyle, always been a part of an active family, but I wasn't always necessarily a healthy kid, especially I started playing rugby league when I was about 8 and transitioned to the gentleman's game, rugby union, when I was 18, and just recently gave it away and retired at the age of 30. But growing up, and especially getting into my teens, my kind of 16, 17, 18, I went through a phase where, working in retail wasn't unusual for me to eat a pack of donuts for lunch and Tim Tams and all that crap, and I just had no idea about nutrition. I'd just feed myself crap, and I went through a stage of this for 2 or 3 years. I'd always been an active kid because I got the metabolism of a 5-year-old boy. I'd always stayed quite lean, so therefore in my mind I was healthy. But there became a stage where I got to around 19, 20 where I became quite ill. And after about 3 or 6 months off work and different tests, I finally got diagnosed with celiac disease. So don't know what that is. It's just like the gluten-free, gluten intolerance basically, to wheat and whatnot. So that at the time was kind of like death for me because I couldn't eat all this stuff that I'd just been shoveling in my body, and my body had just been telling me, get stuffed. But when I look back now, I think that's probably the best thing that ever happened to me, because what it did do is it forced me to start understanding nutrition better. It forced me to start looking at what I was doing in terms of food, and that's really where my passion for health and fitness started to begin. I'd always worked out in the gym and things like that as well. So in 2009, I decided to kind of 2008, I decided to do my certificates, and Certificate 3 and Certificate 4 in fitness. And in 2009, I was lucky enough to kind of land a job in my local gym that I'd trained at for a few years. And I thought, you're awesome, I've made it, this is cool. I'm in my local gym, I'm killing it. I'd also worked at Rebel Sports, so I was kind of working there part-time and kind of did a few clients at the gym. And then I came to the stage where I was like, well, I kind of want to get out of retail now, So I ended up taking a job at the gym in sales and continued to work part-time just with clients, so maybe 5 to 10 clients a week, if that. And that was good for so long, and I kind of just muddled away under the gym I was in for a few years. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Planet Fitness. There's one in Sydney. They're a Newcastle chain gym, and they're all about just offering cheap memberships. Everything's just basically just giving stuff away for free. $5 a week memberships, whatever. You don't even have to sell a membership. People just turn up. You go, can I join up? You go, no worries. And you just sit them down and go through the forms. There's no selling process. I didn't know how to overcome an objection because there was hardly ever an objection. If someone did have an objection, I wouldn't know how to overcome it because I wasn't used to it. So that was kind of the environment that I was kind of in for quite a few years. But there became a point where I thought, well, I'm in this gym, but I really don't see a kind of future for myself here. Following their template of what they are doing, and I tried to do different things and get myself off the ground in certain ways, but things just weren't happening. It was actually my wife, Ali, who has a HR background, and she was on quite a good income at the time. She was in a place where she was quite ill herself, wasn't enjoying what she was doing with her work. If any of you guys have worked in HR, the environment sometimes isn't the greatest. So she came and said, look, you're really not enjoying what you are at the gym. I'm hating my job. How about we both kind of launch our own little business outdoors? And that was scary. I was like, okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's have a crack at this. I still remained in the gym at that time, and because of the fact you've got those kind of conflicts of interest between taking people out of the gym and going outdoors, I couldn't take any of my clients away, so we really started from scratch. This was in 2013, March 2013. So not long after we tied the knot, we got this thing started, and we started with at least, similar to what the first presentation, around 5 clients. Friends, family, we kind of just texted some people, come along and join us outdoors. You know, we're doing this boot camp here. It was like a trail run thing. It was horrible. Anyway, Ali and I would turn up both and run a session with 5 people in it. That's how little we knew about what we were doing. And that was cool for us because we had people attending and whatever. So that's where we kind of started. And we did that for about 7 months, and we gradually grew some clients up. But to give you a bit of an idea, I guess, in the beginning, the obstacles we faced, yeah, we had no knowledge about how to run a business. I think that one of the big things that I remember from MPE is if you want to be successful, you've got to treat yourself as a business owner, not a trainer. We definitely weren't doing that. We were trainers. You know, we weren't business owners, that's for sure. We had no marketing system, no forecasting, no nurture lists, no campaigns. I guess the only campaign we would run would be like, bring a friend for free or come and do this for free for 2 weeks, because that's what everyone else did. So it seemed like the logical thing to do, and just get people in that way. There was definitely no target market. It was all pay as you go, so it was all just cash. I think we'd do like $5 thing, $5 for group training. And I think we upped it to like $10 and someone arced up, so we were like, no, better put it back to $5 and make everyone happy. Happy days, because I was not a big fan of conflict. And no vision or mission, no clear goals. We're just winging it, really just winging it. No idea. So if we look at the numbers back then, this is quite hard for me to get because we didn't really track any of our results. But between us, we were about 2,000, 2,500 a month at most. We had about 8 group fitness clients. We did run a program called Mum Fit, where like mums and bubs, which was okay, but we just got completely just sick of kids being around, so we knocked that on the head. 10 private clients roughly, and these private clients would see us only kind of, some of them once a month, some once a week, some once a fortnight, so it wasn't like a regular thing. My background was in rugby, so I was strength and conditioning at a rugby club, which I just stopped doing this year and continued to do that. So that was where a lot of my income came from at that point. So that was March 2013 when we started our business. Come to Mega Training 2013, which was I think in about November in Sydney. A colleague of mine at the gym told me about MPE and you should really go along to this event, see what it's all about. And at the time we had nothing to lose. We thought, all right, we'll go check these guys out and see what they're all about. I remember sitting exactly where you guys are today, listening to the likes of Sean and Rick and Billy Beck. Who can forget that guy? It's crazy. And these guys speak as well as the Member of the Year finalists. And it just blew me away. It was so different to what I was used to and what I'd been taught in a gym. Listening to people say, sell 12-month packages for PT. I was like, what, are you crazy? People do this type of stuff? Because from where I'm from, like selling a 10-pack of PTs is like the holy grail of personal training. This stuff doesn't happen. So that was a big eye-opener for me, and Ali as well. But it really kind of, again, led to where we are now. Obviously, we had to make that leap of faith. And in the beginning, we joined up to EA, Evolution Accelerator. And in the beginning, I think the biggest thing I had to try and overcome was mindset, 100%. And it's something we now coach to our clients as well, a lot on mindset, because it's the thing I've really taken away the most, and it's changed me as a person in the last 2 years. So it's that kind of fear of failure that I've always had. I've always thought I'm a good trainer, but I've never been good at selling myself. But I'm a lot better at selling myself now and become a lot more confident in my own ability. Lack of self-belief. I really never kind of pushed my comfort zone, so they really taught me to really back myself and go out of my comfort zone. Fear of selling, that's probably the biggest thing I've had to overcome. Again, coming from an environment where you just give things away, and you don't really have to overcome any objections, and $5 memberships a week and that type of stuff. I remember going to different sales events within the gym, and all these stupid strategies people were telling you to try and sell, and it just never sat well with me. Overcoming that through the auto-closer process has been unreal. Am I actually worth what I charge? So actually, again, forming a value for myself and actually putting that onto my clients and people who are looking to join our business. Fear of not having financial security, that one still gets me now, but at the end of the day, I'm getting better than that, and I'm getting better at making investments in myself. And a fear of conflict. Again, I've never been one for conflict. I hate people who, I've always had clients who say, oh, money, 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 and I'd always kind of back down to their level because, you've got to keep the customers always right and you've got to keep them happy. But now I'm like ruthless, man. I'm like, no way am I dropping my price for no one. So, and that's part of who I am now. That's because I need to be that if I'm going to grow my business to the next level. So NPE obviously gave us all the tools and systems. EA was fantastic. AutoCloser was brilliant. It really changed my mindset on effective selling because, again, we're not really selling. We're just solving someone's problem and providing the best solution to their problem and giving them the value that they're going to receive. The accountability and coaching in the beginning with Bravey, or Andrew Wallace, who you might know or not know, he's over in the UK, I think now. And access to the NPE community, obviously the Facebook forum. The EA forum was fantastic, but the VIP forum is just like a step up again, man. This is awesome. It's fantastic. And clarity, just clarity on kind of what direction we need to go in order to get our business to the next level. So I guess the first thing we did was we implemented, 2013 November was joining EA. 2014 January, we started putting all these pay-as-you-go clients, and we sent out a letter and go, all right, cool. These are the packages we're now doing. And initially I was thinking, shit, no one's going to join here. We're toast. We're not going to happen. Automatically, we did $22,500 in member upgrades and Kickstart campaign. So it blew my mind away that people would actually, buy into what we're actually trying to do for them here long term. So that was pretty cool. And that kind of set me up to go, right, this stuff obviously works if I follow the instructions. So we stayed in EA a little longer. In 2014, we went to spring training in Brisbane, and great event, another fantastic event that VIP ran. And we ended up stepping up to VIP. And again, it was a really tough decision for us, and one where we had to overcome a bit of fear. Rick gave us a call. We had a talk to Rick on the phone, and we were like, oh no, Ali and I had spoken. We'll just stay in EA a little longer. We're kind of, we've got a little bit more to go. And at the end of the day, Rick persuaded us to get into VIP, and it's the best decision we made, hands down, 100%. It took us out of our comfort zone. We didn't know if we could afford it, but at the end of the day, we had to do something because, again, we were traveling on a good path, but we needed to step up to the plate and be more accountable. And it forced us to do that because we were fully invested in this now, fully invested. So it made us take action. So 2014 with EA, we kind of had 30 clients. To use some numbers there, guys, it's a PT average tickets and group average tickets, close rate for AutoCloser. Monthly revenue was about 5,000. Our net profit percentage is always pretty healthy. So we're an outdoor business. Overheads are pretty much zero, except a bit of council rates. And Ali and I are in the business. We've got a casual trainer with us as well. 2015, we've now got 82 clients. Our PT average ticket is an extra $1,000 on that. Group average ticket goes up another $300. We've also put on small group training, which has been probably the biggest success in our business over the last 6 months. So an average ticket of $1,000, but in the last 3 months, the average ticket's gone up another $1,000. Our best monthly revenue recently was just $17,000, which we're really proud of. And this month, we just had our best sales month ever as well. And we're still hitting a good net profit percentage. And a lot of that comes down to the VIP program, and a lot of it's also the Facebook community, you guys, networking, and just following those tools, those strategies and those steps to help get into that direction. So we feel like we're still a really kind of small fish in a big pond in regards to the community of VIP. We feel like we've come a long way in that time, the time we've been here, but we've got a long way to go. We're currently just looking or getting into a facility. So that's our next challenge, putting outdoor clients into a facility. So we've more than doubled revenue from last year. So, we did $120,000 last year. The year before that, we did about $55,000. In the last 6 months alone, we've done close to $75,000 in small group sales. And the ROI on our small group programs is 3,947%. And the reason that is because it's literally cost us about $2,000 in Facebook advertising to get that money. So that's something we've really started to go in towards now, is social media marketing, which has really worked for us. Obviously, you guys would know a lot about FitLean. So we're forecast to earn around 180,000 plus this year. We've done tried different strategies in regards to small group advertising, so FitLean, Body Back for Women, Lean and Lovely, Dump the Slump, created some other different strategies and marketing tools. And we've worked hard on scripting the sales call to refine it, to make sure that these people we speak to are pre-qualified, and it makes the auto closer so much easier. So that's kind of where we're at with that. So CoreFit now, so we're still outdoors. We serve over 80 clients. We do 3 school programs. We're very proud to announce that we're now with the trainers for the only outdoor health and fitness business in Newcastle or in our region that specific to breast cancer survivors. So we came up with an initiative last year. We run an annual event called Pump It in Pink, which is just like a community event raising awareness and raising money for breast cancer in Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is this month. And we went to the Hunter Breast Cancer Foundation and said, look, let's maybe look at doing something here on a more regular basis where we can support women coming out of breast cancer to come into a program that's kind of safe and just a low-level activity program where people can bond together and do some activity, because a lot of people in that scenario get quite intimidated by gyms and things like that. So we've put together the Revive program, and that's led to a lot more exposure for our business as well in the paper. Looking to get onto NBN News hopefully as well, which is a local news station about it too. We've set up Core Ranks, which is, I don't know if John Doherty's in the room at the moment, but when I met him at spring training, he told me, you guys heard of Fit Ranks before? Yeah, all right. Fit Ranks is basically like a scalable kind of fitness system, and we looked into that, and it looked fantastic, but it was kind of not fitting with the model of our business. So I put together my own little thing called Core Ranks. Basically, it's a 6-level tiered system for your clients where it's just a fitness testing. It's all online. They can go online, have a look at their results. They're either like a trooper or a warrior or a machine or a weapon or whatever. They love it. It's fantastic. It's kind of added value to what they do. So that's something we've put on as well for those guys. We do a lot of community seminars and events, challenge events, and like I said, we're just scoping for a facility at the moment. So that's our definitely big next challenge is getting clients into the facility. All right, how have NPA changed our lives? Look, at the end of the day, they've opened up a lot of opportunity for Ali and I. We're a lot more optimistic. There's a lot more opportunity for us. You know, our focus and where we need to be, a vision. We're still always refining our vision. Understanding of how to run a business properly. Having the confidence, the self-confidence to back ourselves in those challenging times. A lot happier because we have some clarity, and obviously it's allowed us to have a bit more courage, and like people have said today, have courage and practice faith. So in summing up, I just want to say thanks obviously to NPE and what they've done to help us to where we've got to today. We feel like we've got a long way to go, and if I could give any advice, I guess, to the guys who are kind of here today who maybe aren't with NPE or in EA and just looking to step up, again, it's just back yourself and have trust in these guys, because 100%, I was in your shoes 2 years ago at this very event and thinking probably the same things you guys were, but yeah, if you take that leap of faith, it's going to pay off dividends for you. Thank you.